Good evening and welcome to Mind Over Matter TV. I'm Mitch Friedman and we're here tonight with a good friend of mine, David Dix. And I'm really excited because David and I started talking and he's a Reiki Master, and that's something that I've wanted to have on the show for a couple of years now, with somebody who was a Reiki practitioner. So we got a Reiki Master with us here today. So David, tell us a little bit about how you got started in Reiki. How did you get started with this?
Well, I didn't intend to study Reiki. I was at a spiritual director internship, and a friend of mine there told me that I should attend this weekend with her. And fortunately, I didn't ask her what it was about. I thought, I'll just let go. I'll show up. And I'm glad I didn't ask, because if she would have told me, I probably would have said no. So I agreed to go, and it turned out it was a level 1 Reiki instruction. And I totally got into it. I was so glad that I was there. Met some really interesting people, and passed Reiki 1, and went on then to the other levels.
So Reiki 2 and then Reiki Master after that?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit, because people are probably going, well, what is Reiki 1, Reiki 2, Reiki Master? And I've gone up to level 2, so I know a little bit about that. So tell us what happens in these classes that you become this Reiki Master.
Well, when you start out, you receive instruction about what Reiki is, some history of it, and you receive attunements from the Reiki Master, which enables you to be a conduit to transmit this life force energy.
And when you say attunement, I know it's sort of a touchy subject, folks, because I know when I went through the Reiki, you're not supposed to really talk about the symbols and certainly not show pictures of the symbols to anybody. But hey, in our bookstore downtown, Mind Over Matter bookstore downtown on the plaza, we actually have some cassettes of Seihiki, Shokurei, and Hunshase Shonen, and they have the symbols on them. So
right.
I'm going to go for it here, and my intention is certainly not to offend anybody, but when you talk about the attunements, is that you're getting infused, so to speak, with these symbols, the Reiki symbols?
Yes, you receive the symbols. You're taught how to basically do the Japanese kanji in the air over the person that is receiving the Reiki.
In Japanese kanji is the symbol like drawing? What is
yes,
that?
it's their script, their writing. And symbols.
They're really cool. They're really cool. I remember
Very
that was
artistic.
one of the funnest things when I'd go through the class, was to go home and I would just practice, especially with
Right.
Hunshase Shonen. It was like almost like a meditative thing
Exactly.
to really get that down. So how would you describe what is Reiki?
What is Reiki? Well, from what I've learned and the way I practice it, I like to call it a prayer over the individual.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah.
Using, especially for someone that is skeptical about receiving Reiki, they think maybe it's a religion of some kind or a cult, or my God, what is he going to do to me? I tell the individual it's a prayer over your body. It's a prayer bringing you into the universal family, bringing energy in to you through me, for you, for your healing, or whatever it is that you're needing. Spiritual healing, emotional, whatever level.
So you're not really generating all this healing energy as the practitioner. You're sort of just being, like you said, a conduit for the energy to just move through you,
Right.
into your hands and onto the person. And again, one of the things that you learn in class is where to put your hands. There's
Exactly.
like certain positions starting. I know we learned starting at the head and
Right.
moving down the body, and so there's certain positions. And yeah,
When you learn from your master these particular positions, it's really a pathway for you to begin, whether the position is here, so that you can do a full body treatment.
right.
But as you progress, you find that your hands are directed to where the recipient needs you to be. And so you will stay in that particular area longer. But there are about a dozen locations that we move through, as you said, from head to toe on the with the person lying on their back, and then the person turns over, and then you go down the back.
And so it's on a massage table,
Preferably.
fully dressed, fully clothed, and it's really comfortable. And I know I have this big, like thick sheepskin padding I put on my massage table to make it really comfortable. So it's just the most blissful. Receiving it and getting and giving it are both really wonderful experiences. If you guys
Absolutely.
haven't had a chance to get a Reiki session, we're going to give you an email or a website at the end of the show where you can, wherever you are in any state, at least in the country, I think it's
Right. Is that
nationwide.
International,
International.
actually. Yes.
There'll be you could look up on the website of Reiki practitioners in your area, and boy, if you have a chance, get it, because you know what? It's all about energy these days and moving energy. So this is such a great modality to start shifting energy in your body to create more well-being, and it really does. It's one of the best. I always say this about hypnosis, but now I'm going to have to add in Reiki as well. It's one of the most extraordinary experiences of relaxation on the planet. I mean, it's just
I would
this
agree.
letting go, amazing experience. And
Right.
so what can you do with Reiki? Like, what do people come to you for?
I would say the number one complaint I get, I talk to the person briefly and explain what we will be doing to give them more comfort, get them over any anxiety.
Build rapport.
Exactly. And they will say, well, I have a discomfort here or there, but the number one complaint I get is stress. People come in, they are not able to relax. They're sitting there, they're not breathing, they're holding their breath already, and they want some kind of help to get past the difficulties they're going through, or the stress of the day, or the job, or the relationship.
Cool. And is it something like you do this session with them and they have this wonderful experience? Is it something that they can take home with them? Like, what do they do when they leave your office? How do they continue to have that stress? I mean, or lack of that stress and more comfort? Do you give them some kind of tools or something? Or
The tool that I give people that I work on is I try to teach them how to breathe to breathe deeply, to not breathe here, but to breathe fully from as far down as they can, from the stomach up. And it's amazing how often people are breathing so shallowly and they don't realize that they can bring the breath way down and up fully. And that in itself helps us relax. It's a natural way for us to de-stress. Yawning is a good way to help us.
Yawning's a great release.
So that is something that they can take with them.
Isn't it amazing that people don't breathe? I think that's the most amazing thing. It's how we live. It's how we survive. And
Right.
people breathe so shallow. It's a trip. I mean, when they take that deep breath, you could see on their exhale their whole body relax.
Right.
And what's physiologically what's actually happening is that when you take that deep breath, you expand your diaphragm, which is sitting right over that vagus nerve. And it's not the Las Vegas nerve. It's Vegas. It's VAGUS. And that vagus nerve is running all through your brain, through your body, all the way through your digestive system, which is where we hold so much of that stress. So when you're breathing, you're actually allowing that nerve to just relax, and your body automatically goes into more of a state of homeostasis or balance. You're activating your parasympathetic nervous system, and that's all about balance. So when you're getting that experience on the table, you're already in a place of healing and can accept it, I think, and really take that in on a deeper level when you're relaxed. Wouldn't you say when people are
Yes.
relaxed, they can really take it in better?
We can receive anything better when we're relaxed. If we're not relaxed, then we're resisting something. And resistance holds us back, in my opinion.
And I'm glad to hear that people are coming to you for stress, because it's, we think that we can handle stress, and people move through their day thinking, oh, I can do this, I can handle stress. I've been doing it my whole life. It just motivates me,
Mm-hmm.
And what's really happening is your body is just adapting to the stress for a certain amount of time. At some point, your body's going to go into exhaustion.
Right.
And then it's almost too late. That's where everything in your body starts shutting down. Number one, the immune system. So breathe, you guys, breathe.